I feel like it's been forever since I've made a pillow out of a rug on my channel. So when I was walking down that section, I found this green fabric and I thought it'd be perfect for a pillow. Now you could definitely sew that, and I've done that on my channel before, but I wanted to give you a really simple option. So all you need are 2 rugs. You're gonna lay them out flat with the sides you like facing out. And then the sides that are folded over, those are gonna be facing in. You're gonna hot glue on 3 of the sides. You're gonna press that down firmly just to hold it in place. Now to fill this, you could use an already pre-formed pillow. I had some stuffing on hand, so I'm just going to add in stuffing. You can buy this at Joann's, the thrift store, really a ton of different places. You could use stuffing from another pillow. Once I have it as full as I want it to be, I'm just going to hot glue the end. And here's a look at how my $2 pillow turned out. I love the way this turned out. You want to get any planter from Dollar Tree. I suggest getting one that's as straight as possible. I know they're not all straight. This one kind of does one of these, but just try to get it as straight as possible because we're going to be gluing stuff to the edges, and it's going to be easier if we can get it to lay as flat as possible. Next, I have this pack of shims that I bought at Home Depot. You get them in like a pack of 50 and they're just a couple of dollars. I've used these for so many projects, you guys. So I'm gonna start with my pack of shims and I'm going to measure out how long a piece is to cover my planter, and I'm gonna mark it at the bottom. I used my simple wire cutters to cut this. You could use your saw. I don't think regular scissors are going to be good enough to cut it. So I'm going to cut off a shim. Then I'm going to measure out additional shims to cut off. So I'm going to cut out enough shims so that I can get all the way around my planter. Next, I wanted it to kind of have like a fun multi-stain look. So some of the containers I stained with a natural color, others I added in kind of like my medium golden oak color. I also used special walnut for the darker color. I'm just going to put 1 coat of stain on there, wipe off the excess. Let the stain dry completely. Next, we're gonna go back in and we're gonna hot glue these on. Now, with some of the pieces, there's going to be an overlap. That's okay, that's just gonna have to happen. And you're just going to hot glue them on and hold them, until they kind of set up before you move on to the next one. Don't worry if this looks a little rugged, that's kind of the point of it, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Now I wanted to add some legs to the bottom, so I got out some of my wood beads. I'll link to the ones I used down in the description box, and I'm just going to hot glue them to the bottom. You could add a real or faux plant, but I think this planter is super cute. I picked up 6 canvas at Dollar Tree. I also grabbed 2 different types of seashells and a container of rocks. Now to start this DIY, I'm going to use a generous amount of Mod Podge on my canvas. Then I'm going to lay out the shells. I'm going to keep all the same shells on one canvas, and I'm going to create 2 canvases with each variety of shell or rocks. You want to make sure that you add quite a bit of Mod Podge whenever you're doing this, just to make sure it holds everything in place. Once you get all 6 canvases done, I'm gonna take them outside and spray paint them a flat white spray paint just to give it a cohesive look. I love the textured look of this on my wall. My outdoor patio wouldn't be complete without having some fresh herbs. So I wanted to make some really cute signs. I found these little chalkboard signs with the clips on the back at Dollar Tree. Now these are typically pretty easy to find, so I created some labels for the front of these. So I just went into Cricut Design Space, picked out a font that I like, and then I typed out the herb names. I'm gonna print these out on a white smart vinyl. And then I'll just weed them out. I'm gonna use transfer tape to put them on my little chalk signs. Now for my plants, I actually picked up a couple of pots at Walmart. They were $2.50, but I liked how they had the drainage. You could also get something similar at Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to transfer the herbs to these cute little white pots. And then I'm gonna clip the labels on the top and style them on my coffee table. Now Dollar Tree has hanging planters for just $1, so I picked up one at the store and we're going to update it a little bit. So I started by poking holes at the bottom of the planter. There's like these little tiny circles for drainage, and that's just gonna help whenever you put your plant in there. Next, I'm gonna spray the planter with 2 coats of Rust-Oleum black spray paint, and I'm also going to be using a flat spray paint. Now I'm gonna be using my Cricut Joy to come up with a really fun design, and I wanna thank Cricut for sponsoring today's video. You guys, I've been loving the Cricut Joy. I use it all the time. It's so convenient. Being able to just type things in on my phone, it doesn't get any better than that. I love going to Cricut Design Space and finding designs that are already put together. Like, it's so easy. So I'm gonna be using this tropical phone case, but I'm gonna be using it for my planter. So I just took the pieces into Design Space, made them the correct size that I needed them to be, and then I duplicated it so I had actually 8 of the tropical leaves. Now I'm gonna be putting this on gold vinyl, so I'm going to send it to cut on my Cricut Joy. So I'm gonna peel off the excess Cricut material with my weeder. Next, I'm gonna place the leaves onto my planter. Now I get a lot of questions. Liz, why aren't you using transfer tape? I'm gonna tell you why. So anytime you spray paint something and you use transfer tape, a lot of times the spray paint will pull up. So I find it just easier to pull it off and put it on the item that I want it to be on. I was making it look really freeform too, like I wanted some of the leaves at the bottom, some kind of at the middle. I wanted it to look really artistic. To replace the cord that was in the planter when I bought it, I'm going to be using some nautical rope. So I'm just going to string that through the 3 little sides and tie it in place. And then I'll pull all of the strings up to the top and tie them together. Now I went to Walmart and picked up this really pretty hanging plant that was pink and beautiful. So I added that to my pot and hung it up outside on my patio. Hey guys, I'm Liz and you're watching my second DIY channel where I post daily DIY videos. You may be familiar with my main channel, Liz Fenwick DIY, but I'm glad that you found me over here on my second channel. Make sure that you're subscribed so you just get notified every day when I post our daily DIY video.